Yo guys, what's going on? I know I did a little video this morning. If you saw it, cool. If you liked it, cool. If you subscribed from it, thank you. As you can see, this beam right here, I'm in my basement. I basically built my gym down here. After my injury, I never went back to a gym. I just built a gym in my basement. So I just want to give you a quick little tour of what I have down here and tell you kind of why I went with some of the stuff I went with, and that's pretty much it. So right here, right in front of the camera here, if you can see it straight down, obviously there's my dehumidifier here. It's probably the hardest working thing in this gym. It's a GMWD or GWMD. I'm not really sure what the letters are on that brand. I got it as a gift. It's like $100. It's a calf raise machine. It does its job. It's pretty GMWD. That's what it is. It's pretty good. I don't necessarily mind it. I don't know. It's just a calf raise machine. Nothing crazy. This is a PowerTech Smith machine. It's the roller Smith machine. I got this for a steal on Facebook Marketplace, and I wanted a Smith machine down here, so I had to go pick this thing up. Over here, this is just an Echelon exercise bike. It's nothing crazy. I used it a lot for my prep. I did this whole prep I just did in my house. I didn't go to a commercial gym once. I did everything down here. It was actually real nice. If you guys have the ability to build a gym or even just a little bit of space to put a gym, reach out if you're looking for stuff that to build a gym and you don't have that much space. Let me know. Same thing with ceiling height. My ceiling height is not high at all. So getting some stuff, there was a couple pieces I wanted to get, which I obviously couldn't get because it wouldn't fit down here. So working with ceiling height, I can point you in the direction of stuff that I did and what I did. A lot of my stuff goes up between my floor joists. But then next to that, this is the RipFit Hack Squat. Let me move you over here. Hack Squat leg press. This is I think it's called like the BLP-01 or something. This is not the Gazelle. They have a Gazelle out now, which I did think about getting, but I think PowerTech's coming out with one, and I do like PowerTech products a lot. So I'm kind of waiting to see what that drop is like and what it's going to cost and what it can support weight-wise. I bought this because it was super cheap. It's probably the cheapest one on the market, around $700, $800, something like that. So if it broke or something, I wasn't like too concerned about it. But functions great. I get real deep in both hack squat and leg press. My issue with this is the weight capacity. So like 500 and I think it says like the max weight capacity when it's when it's like in motion is like 550 pounds or something like that. That's just, I mean, hack squat, that's fine. Obviously, there's probably not a lot of people that are hack squatting 600 pounds. I'm not, so I don't care about that. But the leg press portion of it, pretty much everybody can leg press 550 pounds. It's really not that difficult. So I mean, I just rep it out a lot, max it out and rep it out, and I don't really go much higher than that just because I don't want to, I don't want the thing to break and then I die underneath it or whatever. But it's pretty cool. If you guys want reviews on any of that stuff, let me know. This is probably, shockingly, this became the staple in my gym. This is the PowerTech Lever Gym. I'm sure you've seen me use most of this stuff on some of my videos I posted, but like I said, I'm kind of just doing like a nice little restart of my YouTube channel. So it'll be a lot of like, I guess just the journey of what you have to do to bodybuild or more or less staying on a routine, all that stuff. But this is the PowerTech Lever Gym. This thing can do a ton of different exercises. Very versatile. I've had no issues with it. I've had it for about a year now. I think I have the attachments too. I have the leg extension, leg curl attachment, the pec fly attachment, the preacher curl attachment for it. I think in total I paid around $2,200 for this thing, and it's great. I mean, I really thought I was going to build my gym around a rack, which I do have a rack, and put all the attachments on it, and I'll talk about that in a second. But due to my ceiling height, I couldn't really strap anything high, anything that would go over the top of it. A lot of Rep Fitness, the company my rack is from. I had all the attachments. They don't fit. I had to return them all. Super awesome customer service. So shout out to Rep Fitness over there. They're awesome. But anyway, this is the PowerTech Lever Gym. Like I said, the bench is super adjustable. It goes back and forth, up and down. I like it because it has the little piece that comes out of the actual machine into the bench, so it's always centered in your grips here. I mean, you can do every press motion. You can do decline, flat, incline press, shoulder press. You can pull a pin. You can do iso arms. It's got a high pulley system for like your lat pull downs. It's got a roller for your legs to go in. It's got a low pulley system for cable rows, stuff like that. Like I said, you can separate the arms and do almost like a dumbbell row, like a low row with just one arm at a time. I mean, there's a ton of different exercises you can do with this thing. This has become probably the staple of my gym, and which is shocking because I always thought it was going to be a rack and I was going to build my whole gym around my rack. But that's just not the case. And obviously I'm working with low ceiling height, so I have to get a lot of things I couldn't buy because they wouldn't fit. But for what this is, I mean, this thing is great. It's got band pegs on there. All you need with this is imagination, man. If you got imagination, you know how to work out, you know what to do, you know how to contract your muscles, you know how to get that mind-muscle connection. I mean, it really is. The options with this thing is endless. This right here is my Titan Fitness, basically pec deck. So I could do rear delts and pec fly on here. These will adjust, they'll come up more forward. You can slide them out of the hole and behind this little piece here, and you can do rear delts with them. I do have the pec fly attachment for the PowerTech, however I couldn't do rear delts with it, and like before I got this monstrosity of a thing, I only really had dumbbells to do rear delts with, and not that I don't like doing it, it's just I like to change up the way I hit muscle groups, and the more equipment you have to do that, that's why commercial gyms are nice. The more options you have and the more you can hit a muscle group a different way or whatever the case is. This is just my giant wall of shoes. I'm obsessed with rider wears. I have a ton of rider wears. I don't even think they're all down here, but some other miscellaneous stuff, cable attachments. I'm doing work down here still. Obviously the other side of my basement I'm working on to put more gym equipment down here, but that side's all destroyed at the moment. I'm pulling all this insulation down. It's kind of a huge project down here. I did a little ass backwards because I wanted to do prep and I wanted to do everything in my house. So I bought like most of my gym equipment first, and I didn't really work on anything else. Probably dumb, but yeah, after I went through with being laid up for a few months, I didn't care. I mean, it's nice enough down here. I don't need anything pretty, you know, so just working out. This right here, this is the Rep PR 4000. Like I said, my whole goal initially was to build my whole gym around this rack. The amount of attachments and the amount of versatility these companies are coming out with for home gym use is pretty wild. And the amount of stuff you can get for this thing is pretty wild. I would recommend to go with the PR 4000 or the PR 5000. The PR 1100's not as like heavy duty, I guess you could say, and it doesn't have as much stuff you can attach to it like the PR 4000 or the 5000 does. But this rack is sweet. Like I said, obviously you can see it goes up between my floor joists. So like all those cable systems they make, like the Aries or the Athena or whatever those names are, they just don't fit. So I actually had to bring my pull-up bar down a little bit because I couldn't bring it all the way out because of my floor joist. But it fits in here and it does its job. I squat in here, I bench in here, I deadlift in here. It's nice to have a cage. I think it's pretty much a staple in any gym is to have some sort of, even if it's a half rack or whatever. I like the full cage. I like the safety of it. I just like to have a cage. That's that. This is just a Rep Saber bar. I'm actually not a huge fan of this bar. I haven't had it very long. It feels like I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this bar. It's hard to explain. And I probably wouldn't recommend this bar. I don't know if Rep has other bars that are better. Obviously, I just bought this with the rack. I got this rack back in COVID, like years and years and years ago. I just built it when I bought this house last year. So that bar I got with it. But I can do reviews on all that if you want to see it. I'm not going to if you don't want to. This is all my... See, my basement looks like a mess. All this insulation's got to come down. Well, I got to put all new stuff up, but whatever. All over here is my attachments for the PowerTech. So I have the pec fly attachment, which actually works very well, despite what you might see or hear if you're looking to buy a PowerTech lever gym or the pec fly attachment. That attachment is sweet for pec flies, right? But that's basically all you're getting out of it. You you can't do rear delts. That's why I ended up buying this Titan Fitness pec deck, because I could do rear delts on it. You can't really do comfortably rear delts with that thing. Then there's a leg extension, leg curl attachment. You could do, obviously the bench is super adjustable. But I do my leg extensions, leg curls on that. I thought I would hate it, you know, because I'm used to commercial gym stuff, but it works great. Like I said, I did my entire prep down here, and on all my stuff, I have a treadmill upstairs. Again, treadmill I can't fit down here that I can actually use because I'll hit my head on the ceiling. So between the treadmill and the exercise bike, I usually use a Stairmaster, but I got it done. I lost about 60 pounds for that during that prep. It was pretty wild. Definitely the craziest transformation I've ever done. Pretty cool. This is just my Rep Fitness weight tree. I do like Rep stuff a lot. These are all Rep bumper plates. These are just like Weider metal plates I got for free, somebody gave them me. PowerTech Preacher Curl attachment. This thing's badass. Love this thing. This is what the PowerTech comes with. It just shows you some of the exercises you can do. And I mean, I've already come up with 10, 20 different exercises that aren't even on here that you can do with this thing. But it's great. It also comes with that bar that goes in between the grips, so you can do squats with it. Awesome for like lunges and stuff like that. This is a monstrosity. I wanted another cable machine in here, and again, I'm limited on ceiling height. So I bought a Free Motion functional trainer. This is the older one. It's not a dual stack, it's a single stack. Weight goes up to 150 on a single stack. Obviously it has the dual arms that go all the way up. Mine don't go all the way up because of my ceiling height, obviously. But I can get them to about 4, I believe, and they'll go up in between the joists, and I can use them because the pulley will come out. So 4 is as high as I can get with my ceiling. But this thing is awesome to have. The amount of exercises it's added and the versatility it's added to my little area down here is awesome. I use this thing every day. The PowerTech I probably use every day. I use most of this stuff every day. Like, there's not really anything down here I don't use, other than the exercise bike. And I'll probably end up replacing that soon with a Rogue Ego bike, potentially. If you have any reviews on the Rogue Ego bike, let me know, because I'm trying. I might get one, but I'm up in the air about bike stuff. I don't know. I love a Stairmaster, but I can't fit one down here. My wife won't let me put one upstairs, so I'd turn this whole house into a gym if I could, but I can't. So yeah, this was a project. This thing, we took a lot of this stuff out. We took the weight stack out. We took these things are astronomically heavy. These little black boxes, basically counterweights at the top of the arms. This was I had 4 guys. Well, three guys and myself, so 4 total. Get this thing down these basement stairs into here. That was a project. You're talking 1,000 pounds, over 1,000 pounds trying to move this thing downstairs. That was not pretty. We pretty much. Also, shout out to Free Motion. This thing is undeniably durable. I scratched up the side of it a little bit, but it's not crazy. You would think it's way worse. We basically dragged this thing down a set of concrete stairs to get it in here because you just couldn't pick it up and carry it. And I wanted it down here, and my boys are cool. Some different attachments on this little broken wall here, which will get fixed eventually. This is my little dumbbell section. So right here I have Troy, some weights on the wall, I got bands from Rep. This is pretty cool. Get a kick out of this. I don't know why I bought this. I saw this in Marshall's, and it's just a giant golden gorilla. I don't know, complete waste of money, but it was cool, so I bought it. Yeah, these are Troy Pro Style dumbbells, the ones with the rubber coating over them. I have 5 through 100s. All my little ones are down here. And then 5 through 100s. I would like to get up to like 150s maybe. But coming out of prep and lost all this weight, I'm definitely not as strong as I was. So I'm not really too concerned about having 150s at the moment. But it would be cool to have. So if I can find a good deal on them. Dumbbells are super expensive. I recommend getting dumbbells if you don't have the space for them. I get it. It takes up a ton of space. It's on a Legend Fitness rack. I only have one rack because I don't want to take up another, however long this is, 6 feet, with another rack to just hold all my dumbbells. So I just put all the big ones underneath, and those little ones stay on the side here for now. We'll see if that changes. But if you're looking to get adjustable dumbbells, like I was potentially going to. Based on what I've seen and some of the reviews I've done, looking to rep Pepin. Those are, I would argue, I don't have them, I've never used them, but based on what I've seen, I knew Pepin was a very good company, and Rep obviously probably made it a little better. But in my opinion, you're going to want dumbbells you can drop. Don't buy cheap stuff as far as dumbbells go, because you're going to drop and they're going to break. Rep Pepins probably won't break. And they're much cheaper. I think it's like, I mean, you know, this set of dumbbells is thousands of dollars, but a Rep Pepin, I think they're up to like $140, and it costs, I don't know, $1,400 or something. This is my little, I don't know what it's looking at the moment. I'm trying to move these dumbbells, so I'm gonna set you up here. This is my little wall here. It's just little memorabilia. I started competing in 2000, and my first show was 2014. 2014. I had been training for a couple of years, and I don't know. I remember starting to watch. I'm old now. I'm 35. I compete with these young bucks. These kids are, I don't know what the hell they feed these kids, but so I keep up with them. I won my last show. I didn't win the overall, second overall. Won both my classes. Didn't do great in my OCB Pro debut, because again, I'm coming off an injury. Not to use that as an excuse, but I was messed up. I gained a lot of weight, bad weight, and I just couldn't get my legs to come in the way I can usually get them to come in. So it is what it is. Good learning experience for me. Good critiques from the judges and whatever. But yeah, 2014 was my first show with a natural organization out in New York. I don't know. I didn't want to compete NPC, because if you're competing NPC and you're truly natural like I am, like you don't use gear, you've never used gear, you've never in your life have touched anything, don't compete straight up NPC. You're just gonna get I mean, nobody's blessed with genetics to beat those guys. Let's be honest. And if you have genetics to beat those guys, you're not natural. So these are probably the coolest things I have is from my first NPC natural show. It was in Maryland or Virginia, the Natural Capital Classic. I won best wheels, best poser. So I got these little pirate looking swords. These are pretty badass. All these ones are from that same show. So pretty good. I think I won one class and then got second in 3, I believe. These are my pro cards, OCB pro cards. I don't know if you can see them on there, but those are my OCB pro cards down there. That is from the OCB Magnum Muscle. I'm actually wearing the shirt right now. That's from the Magnum Muscle. I didn't place in that show. They gave me an award for showing up, I guess, and spending a boatloads amount of money to go to South Carolina and do this show. And that's a whole nother story. If you want to know about it, let me know. I'll make a video about it. So that's my only trophy I have down here. That's what do they call them now? A participation trophy. There you go. They're giving them out. This is from the Mid-Atlantic Cup. These two little medals right here. This is the one I just did 2 weeks ago now. Again, it's an NPC show. It's a natural show. I won my class, both my classes, and then I got second overall. So it was a good experience. But now I'm kind of backing off the bandwagon a little bit. I know what I have some work to do and some stuff some size I need to put on. So that's my goal going forward. That's an OCB show. And then these right here, that's 4th place. That's the worst I did before I did my first pro debut in OCB ever. And then these two are from, I think I've done about 6 or 7 shows. The OCB show that I went pro in, the Jersey Natural, that was in 23. I broke my ankle. I broke my ankle in 24. So these are when I went pro. I won obviously my class, and then the open, and I won. Why don't this say? And I got my pro card, and those two and this one are from a couple shows in New York when I first started in 2014. The big one is an overall win, and the 2 little ones are from class wins, winning the class. But that's pretty much my gym. I call it the Stash House Gym. And yeah, I'm just sipping on this pre-workout. I'm gonna crush them back, and that's pretty much it. If you like it, let me know. Let me know if you have any advice on what equipment you have and what you like, what you don't like. That bench, by the way, is I didn't think we talked about it. That's a Rep PR or Rep AB or something like that, 3000 or whatever it is. I don't know. It's not a bad bench. It's okay. It goes incline, decline, flat, sweet. And then that's a hip thrust machine. My legs are probably one of my most powerful parts as far as competing goes when they come in right. So don't fucking skip leg day. And that's it. But if you got any pieces of equipment or you have any reviews on the Rogue Eco Bike, preferably the V3 because that's the newest one that's out, let me know. I'm thinking about picking one up. If you want me to do any reviews on these that I haven't done in the past, I have a little bit more time now. I'm out of prep, thank God. And I'm just focusing on growing some muscle. So, yeah, if there's anything you want to see or you want me to review or you want me to say yay or nay on, let me know. And I'll be back with you next time.